One thing about being the newest, trendiest artist who everyone loves is that eventually you might turn into someone that everyone hates or they're just really tired of. And when it comes to women in rap, your best bet is to stay versatile with flows, beats, fashion, and subject matter because we ain't trying to hear you make the same song over and over. And unfortunately, it seems like a lot of people are feeling this way about Ice Spice and her debut album Y2K. Some think that the project is way too short. Others are impressed by what she did bring to the table. And as for me, well, let's just get into it. But first, welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, what's that? With it, I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. It feels like just yesterday we were discussing Ice Spice's Y2K album Rollout, and here we are with 10 tracks to unleash our inner baddie. It's flirty, it's fun, it's Ice Spice's world of Y2K, babe. Are you coming or not? Now, I don't know about y'all, but it seems like Ice Spice's team was rushing to get her debut album out, which is the first mistake that I feel like was made. Before we hop into Y2K, let it sink in that Ice Spice's debut EP, Like, dropped in January of last year, and the deluxe came out a few months later in July. We are 1 year away from that now, and I'm just trying to figure out why in the world is everything moving so quickly with Ice Spice. Are they trying to hurry up and push music out while she's still hot? Or is this just practice to mold Ice into the artist that she's destined to be? You tell me. Either way, a debut album is nothing to play around with. I don't care what people say, it's a big deal, especially when you're an artist like Ice Spice, where sometimes it feels like she pushes aesthetics before music. Do you have the ability to be an artist that experiences longevity in the game years from now? Or are you only concerned with being the hottest, flyest today? Sometimes it feels like Ice is a full-time baddie with a part-time rap career. And ain't nothing wrong with it, but it really shines through on Y2K, the album. 10 tracks in 23 minutes is wild, but I'ma let her cook because this new generation does like short songs. So here we go. Now, personally, I would not have started the album with Phat Butt. It's a track that feels like she's trying way too hard, okay? Almost like she's trying to prove to us that she can rap, that she's ratchet, raw, and real, and around the way girl. I do like the nod to Nicki Minaj. Paying homage to artists that are influential to your career always gets a gold star from me. But a lot of people do feel like instead of giving Nicki her flowers, Ice is just biting her style and flow, but I'll let you be the judge of that. Now, I heard Oh Shh with Travis Scott on the radio before I listened to the project, and it's actually one of my favorite songs. It should have been the lead single now that I think about it. It gives me a super New York Bronx drill vibe, but the only thing is I would have really loved to hear a New York artist on it, especially someone like K-Flock or B-Love. Having Travis Scott on the song does give it great exposure, and I guess streams. I mean, we'll have to wait on the numbers to see that, because Travis does have a very solid fan base. I just feel like this really could have been one of those songs that feels like a hood hometown anthem. But when I look at the features on Y2K, Gunna, Travis Scott, Central C, everything starts making sense to me. Ice Spice and her team are not here to play. They're selecting features strategically. Ain't no female rap empowerment, girl anthems, New York artist link-ups. Look, Y2K is trying to come for Billboard with these features, baby. And my only hope is that it might work. Because Ice is talking her ish on songs like TTYL. And alright, now I know this is going to be a controversial take, but I really love Popa. Her voice and flow on the song is super different. And at this point, I really felt like, damn, Either Ice Spice really does have the ability to be a little bit more versatile, or someone else wrote this song and verse and told her exactly how to rap it. I can definitely hear the Nicki influence. Bad bitches, I'm Yolita. The voice, the flow, the cadence. It's really kidding. I almost hate that I like it, but look, y'all know I enjoy a good Ice Spice baddie anthem. I live in my truth. I felt the exact opposite about Be Unpackin'. Yet again, Gunna is another rapper that is a great feature, but similar to Travis, he does not exactly fit like a piece in the Y2K album puzzle. It's like his clout is being used for streams. Plenty Sun is definitely one of my favorites on the project. I love the production from Riot on this song. You already know I've been saying that I need Ice and Riot to separate just a little bit to explore new sounds. But this song feels like a prime example of how it does work well. And I also start to realize that I'm a fan of the nonchalant Ice Spice flow. Just a little bit, although it isn't the exact same as someone, for example, like Anicia, right? Who I really enjoy. And she has more of a airy, nonchalant, I don't give a F flow. It seems like Ice Spice is trying to add this to her arsenal. Did It First is, look, that's my top song. Signature Ice Spice. She with Tati and her thotty friend. Okay, she's creeping with a dude, talking about big boobs, reusing the same Ice Spice flows, subject matter. She just switching up the lyrics, and I love it. I love Central C and Ice Spice as a duo, so there's that. If anything, I wish that I could have gotten a song similar to Did It First, but with Ice Spice, Central C, and our girl Pink Panthers. Like, really lean into the Y2K vibe. At this point in the project, I recognize that, look, Y2K is a play on Ice Spice's birth date and her affinity for the vibe and fashions of the early 2000s. The music doesn't really reflect it, and if anything, it completely misses the mark. We're hearing a bunch of loud Bronx drill anthems with a little bit of forced versatility in between. Sometimes it hits, sometimes it don't. Like BB Belt, which is really not for me, right? The beat is difficult to listen to, and if I hear one more Ice Spice lyric about her being Miss Poopy, I'ma scream, all right? Free us from the shackles of Ice talking about this. It's getting gross and out of hand. And now that I think about it, the more I watch these new music videos and also go back to her old ones, I'm seeing Ice's butt way more than her face, right? I think the concept of the "Oh Shh" video is cute. The statue of Liber Ice Spice, and even her in the museum where everyone is old and shocked and outraged to see her showing her butt. But hell, so am I. It's almost like it is mandatory that she shows her cheeks and talks about poopy. It's getting weird. Baby, I'm scared. Thinking the Ish was never a favorite of mine, but I do love Give Me a Light. And despite it being an extremely loud drill anthem, I do love the song and music video. Not exactly the best use of a Sean Paul sample, but I will give her bonus points because in a way, it probably gives Ice a Y2K vibe, right? With her being born in 2000, the song dropping in 2002. Maybe she grew up hearing it, you know, your parents played music and stuff like that. But overall, what are my thoughts on the project? It isn't terrible, but it does feel terribly rushed. Not in a we're just trying to hurry up and turn in this project way, but if we don't hurry up and drop a debut album, her fame will fizzle out. I think that everyone has a time to be an it girl in the industry. The problem is, once you are it, it should never be about trying to stay it forever, but instead showcasing how you can remain relevant and people can continue being drawn to you over time. First it was Munch and being linked to Drake, Boy's a Liar with Pink Pantheress goes crazy, and the Like EP, Barbie World, Princess Diana and Nicki Takes You Under Her Wing, BFFs with Taylor Swift and Super Bowl commercials, a slight beef with Latto, and features with Cash Cobain, who is on fire right now. So many pivotal moments that Ice Spice has had over these few years, right? And it feels a little bit underwhelming that it all led to this project that felt like more of an EP, or like this comment states, it feels like a SoundCloud mixtape. But hey, maybe that's the vibe. Overall, it is Ice Spice, who has a dedicated fan base, so I feel like her first week numbers won't be terribly low. However, the way that everyone on the internet is talking about it, I don't know. And I mean, I also cannot see these songs being smash hits for a tour, but that's just me. But I'm trying to hear what you think. Is Ice Spice's Y2K album a flop or not? Were you feeling some of the tracks? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.